As pool play continues with the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons set to take on the Economedes Lady Jaguars. Jaguars fell in their first game in pool play to the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons were victorious in their first game. And so they will be playing it out here in their second game each. Falcons in the white uniforms with the maroon trim. The Economedes Jaguars will be in the dark, the navy blue with the orange trim and the lettering. Appreciate you joining us here for our broadcast as we continue our coverage here from this tournament and our tournament over in Hidalgo. Back-to-back days of coverage, and then we'll cap it off with a continued coverage on Saturday as they'll eventually get to the championship game here. They have split the court here in Los Fresnos, or check that, in Sharyland. And so we're going back and forth between courts, trying to give equal coverage across the way to each of the 8 teams that are on this main floor. Over on the other side of the gym right now, Weslaco East playing Brownsville Hannah. That pool also contains Sharyland and PSJA. And we're off sync right now between the two courts. First serve across, and the Lady Falcons go immediately on the tack and tip it over. Tate Halford puts it in play. Economedes recovers. Falcons go right back at you. Coming at you on the middle. That's a kill. 1-0 Los Fresnos. Lady Falcons up 1-0 to start it off. Back to serve as Clarissa Escobar. Escobar will get it across. Deep serve in the back corner. That's going to be played by Economedes. They'll get it over. Golden chance here for the Lady Falcons. A high set in the center, and that's Jasmine Garcia putting it away. Garcia on the kill. 2-0 game. Clarissa Escobar to serve again for the Lady Falcons. Deep serve on the back row. Played this time by Economedes with a better pass. Sets up the kill. Diving play on the back row. That's Corey Reyes now playing as a libero for the Lady Falcons. High center set. Reyes is right there to pass that. Second hit over. Punch right back over on the Falcons side. This time they'll set up Garcia in the middle. Spiked over off the net. Played by Economedes to keep the ball alive. Rally continues. Brown tips it over. Now back in the back corner. That goes out of bounds. Lady Falcons up 3 here to start this one. Back to serve is Clarissa Escobar. Escobar gets it across. And that's an ace served up, and Los Fresnos goes up 4-0. Scoring the first 3 off of rallies, and then securing that one on an ace serve. Lady Falcons up. Economedes trying to get on track here on the offense. They fell behind against Harlingen early in their 2 games. Making a 4-1 game as the Jaguars get the point. Lady Jaguars back to serve it up. Rotating back. Jacqueline De La Cruz. Return on the return of serve. Ari Gallardo on the back row. Mia Brown puts that off the net. Point scored by Edinburgh Economedes. Fans, want to remind you that our games are brought to you by Hacienda Ford, the good friends of Hacienda Ford in Edinburgh, Texas. Just part of our broadcast, but as a title sponsor, one of our big part of our sponsored games. Hacienda Ford in Edinburgh, Texas. You'll be hearing much more from them as we continue on. You'll see some of their commercials running during our broadcasts. Instrumental in assisting us in showcasing the football games we're coming up with and the continued coverage of volleyball. Halford serves that up, and that's an ace serve by the Lady Falcons, and they go up 6-2. Tate Halford ready to serve again. Right down the middle, played by the Lady Jaguars off the net. Over on the Falcon side. Good pass, good set. Garcia in the corner, that's good. Point, Los Fresnos. When they get a good pass and their setters are able to get a good look, they certainly have the firepower to contend with most any team, as we've seen in our season coverage thus far of this Los Fresnos Falcon team. They'll recover defensively there. Halford gets it over, Economedes. Good chance for the Jaguars to set something up. That spike off the block, diving play, and back over on the Economedes side. Jaguars on the attack again with a back set. Tipped over and right back at you as back and forth it goes. Economedes trying to keep it alive. They will. Good chance here, though, for the Falcons. Brown with a pass. Set it up for Garcia. Back on the Economedes side. By far the longest rally of this series. Economedes looking off the block. Punch back in the air as the rally continues. Brown with another pass. Set it up Garcia. And puts it away. 8-2 Los Fresnos. Jasmine Garcia puts an end to that rally. Again, a good challenge by Economedes on the defensive side. Keep that ball in play. Jaguars now looking for a big kill, and that's just off the mark. Isabel Arguello just missing on that kill. And now a 9-2 lead. Quick serve by Tate Halford. Ball up high at the net, punched over. Falcons, Garcia becomes the setter, setting up this time. Gallardo on that right side outside. Punched over Gallardo. Back there to cover that is Escobar. Here's Mia Brown. That's off the defense. Point Falcons. It's a 10-2 game. Mia Brown on the finish. 10-2 game. Falcons to serve it up after the timeout.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hi, we're Robert Bellows, Sabercats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here on Real Sports Live, Jalissa Escobedo on the camera today on her debut as operating a camera here for us on Real Sports Live. That's off the net on a kill attempt by the Lady Jaguars of Economedes. Meanwhile, you got to keep your eyes open on both sides of the court here. As they split this court, that means balls are coming into the stands. You may be looking in one court. You better beware. Some heads-up play by a fan over here, just staying out of a rocket shot that came off that other court. There's a spike by the Falcons score, and Los Fresnos up 12-2. Tate Halford with a great rotation across the front of the net. Ready to serve again for Los Fresnos. Short serve. High set off the net. Spiked off the block. Ball back over on the Falcon side, and out of bounds it goes. Another serve by Halford. Just across. Good pass on a back set. Spiked down. Played, though, by the Falcons. Back over. Economedes Jaguars set it up in the middle. Hesitating. Making that play is Isabel Arguello. That's not an easy play. Falcons, though, able to manage more offense. Here come the Jaguars on the return. That sails out of bounds. Point Falcons and Los Fresnos up by a dozen. Next serve across. Short serve played by the Jaguars. Spiked over, played by the Falcons with a high set, off the net to Brown. That's off the block, punch back over, but a point to the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Fans watching on our social media, be sure you follow our page and share the link if you're on our Facebook side. Encourage you always to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Got a more, how we've been monitoring it, and YouTube appears to be the more stable of the two on our broadcast platforms. Those that haven't signed up on our Roku television, if you're watching at home, follow the instructions by following the VTX1 app. Once you find VTX1, that is the home of Rio Sports Live on our Roku channel. Kill for the Jaguars, and it makes it 16-3 as they come up with a kill. Back to serve as Lori Martinez. Martinez gets it over. Falcons up near the net. Nice dig over there. That's a tough play for Clarissa Escobar. Ball down as that's off the block, and the Lady Falcons up 17-3. On the other court, Sharyland warming up. They'll be taking on Westico East. Here in this one, the Lady Falcons and the Economedes Jaguars engaged in action. Ball over on the Falcons side. Second hit over, Jaguars with a good chance. Out of bounds off the back row and a point to Los Fresnos. We'll pick up coverage on court, back over on the other court. As that kill goes down for the Lady Falcons, another kill on that front row, and just about anybody rotating forward right now is producing for Los Fresnos. Garcia serves it up. Jasmine Garcia, the line drive serve over, played by Economedes off the net. Back corner there to play that. Escobar. Brown now hit over by Gallardo. Back come the Jaguars. Libero patrolling back there is Lori Martinez. Brown tips it over. Martinez a diving attempt, nothing doing. Falcons up 20-3. Timeout called by Economedes. Again, our next game will be Brownsville Hanna taking on PSJA. This one is Los Fresnos all over Economedes. Game one of the best of three continues after this.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6. On F Street in Harlingen, it's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Hi, we're Sharyland Rattlers, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Back here after the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons had rattled off a 20-3 lead. Timeout was called. They had put a ball in play. They whistled that one back and reset it. Point now scored for Economedes as the serve goes in the net. And Lady Jaguars will now substitute in the game. Coming in on the front row is Sarahi Rivas. Meanwhile, back to serve is Jacqueline De La Cruz. De La Cruz serves it in the net, though. Point to Los Fresnos. Lady Falcons gained the lead early. That was the storyline against Harlingen for this Economedes team. Lady Cardinals established control of the lead and never gave it up. In game one, they were challenged a bit down the stretch. that held on to that lead and controlled for the win. Game 2, they ballooned out to a double-digit lead and got the win. Economedes trying to regroup, but this is a tough team to come back on. You're trying to get back on track, as this Falcon team will just keep coming at you. That kill is good. 22-4 the score. Lady Falcons on top. What they're going to do is get 2 full games ahead on this court by the time we're said and done. Our final game, Los Fresnos and Harlingen on this court, is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. They're on pace to start that one at 6. At the same time, we've got PSJA and Westaco set up to play. That ball is down, and another point for the Lady Falcons, and they are 1 point away from securing a win. It was a combination of Los Fresnos sweeping their first game on this court and Sharyland going a full 3 games against PSJ on the other court that has us off balance as far as starting time goes. There's an ace Falcons win. 25-4 in the first game. Game 2 coming up after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
Hi, we're PSJ Southwest Javelinas, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. J's up!
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Back here as we are in Sharyland today. Our thanks again. You saw the ad running there for the Harlingen School District. I want to send a shout out in the direction of Harlingen CISD, one of these schools that has assisted us in broadcasting games, but also the first school that has stepped up as a regular advertiser on Rio Sports Live as a sponsor, assisting us in broadcasting games. I said I was never going to charge anyone to broadcast games. I'm never going to charge schools to broadcast their games. But in this case, the Harlingen School District recognized an ability to assist us in what we're doing, and so our special thanks to Harlingen Schools for assisting us in broadcasting this game through sponsorship throughout the year. Not just for a couple of seasons, but they're helping us do this throughout the year. Los Fresnos will attack as we start game 2. Mia Brown puts that over. Economedes is able to play that up into the rafters and then get it back over. Jasmine Garcia tips it across. 1-0 Lady Falcons, and that's how game 2 begins. Falcons won the first one convincingly. And now up here in this one to start it off. Back of the service line, Clarissa Escobar. Escobar puts it over, played by Economedes, and they will not get it across. Point scored, Lady Falcons. 2-0 game. Esquivel to serve again. Just gets it over. Ball off the net, played by Economedes. They'll ease it over onto the Los Fresnos side. This usually results in a big point, and it does. Jasmine Garcia puts it away. When given that kind of a chance, Garcia just as close to automatic as you'll find. Esquivel to serve again. Gets it across. Ball up high at the net, punched over, blocked back at you by the Lady Falcons. Ball still alive and punched in the net, point Los Fresnos. And that time, the whistle that blew is over on the other court, but you can see the officials on this court that hesitated and looked back when they heard that whistle blow. It's tough to keep playing over here in these courts when they're split like this. That serve is out of bounds and a point to Economedes. Reminding you, high school football fans, we have coverage coming your way. Our first broadcast of a live game with video will be coming your way on Thursday, a week from tonight, as we'll be in a couple of locations for broadcasts. Take a look at our social media. I posted it on Facebook where our first 4 systems are going. I got 7 systems scheduled, and we're counting on 8, 9, and 10 to be in play before the season is finished. But right now, 7 fully functional systems are scheduled, and I'll be putting those schedules out. We're going to be all over the Rio Grande Valley. And if Freddie gets everything set up over there in his part of the world, covering the southwest side of things, then Laredo fans, Eagle Pass fans, and South San Antonio fans will also have coverage coming on Rio Sports Live. Volleyball action will continue. We'll continue covering volleyball teams as this is the final week of tournament play. Everything rotates into non-district play and in some cases outright district play. Points scored there as that one goes in the net, and the Edinburgh Economedes cuts it to a 5-3 game. Lady Jaguars to serve it up. Back at the line is Arlissa Sierra. Sierra ready to put this into play. Just off the net, played by the Lady Falcons of Los Fresnos. Swing there, nice block attempt that time by Isabel Arguello. Ball now on the Economedes side from the left side. Off the block, point Economedes, and their offense suddenly coming to life. Kill that time by Azucena Rodriguez. And so they're slugging it out right now with this Los Fresnos team. Ball back over on the Economedes side. Chance to score again. No block in front of that, and right down central, the kill by Isabel Arguello. Tie game at 5 apiece. That's an ace served up, and Edinburgh Economedes has a lead, 6-5. Tate Halford will check into the game for the Lady Falcons. Ali Gallardo checks out. Or Ali Garrido checks out. Halford there on the return of serve. Set it on a back set for Garcia. Reached way back and got that kill and ties us up at 6 apiece. Just the wingspan that time of Garcia coming into play, allowing her to finish that off with the kill. Garcia back to serve. Economedes off the net. Free hit coming up for the Lady Falcons. At the net, punched over. Challenge there, still alive. Brown punches it over. Good recovery that time by Andrea Rodriguez for Economedes. In the net, that one goes. Falcons score the point and go up 7-6. Garcia to serve again. Got that over. Played by Martinez on the return. Garcia tips that up in the air. They'll set up Brown. Got the point to score for Los Fresnos. Mia Brown taking a little off. Lady Falcons up 2 at 8-6. Jasmine Garcia back to serve again. Deep serve this time. That carries out of bounds. Point Economedes. Garcia checks out. Back in the game is Corey Reyes as the libero for the Lady Falcons. Meanwhile, the libero for Economedes back to serve, Lori Martinez. She'll get it over. Played by the Falcons on a high set in the middle. On the approach, nothing doing as Godoy had to change her steps. Economedes hits that in the net. Missed chance that time for the Lady Jaguars of Economedes. That was just a gift-wrapped opportunity for them to score a point. Gone by the wayside. High set, tipped over. Halford there to play that for the Falcons. At the middle, spike over on the Economedes side. Martinez does everything she can to keep that one in play. That ricocheted off a fan, off a light fixture, off the ceiling, and Martinez was still able to read that enough to at least get her hands on it. Serve coming up for the Lady Falcons of Los Fresnos as Cadence Castillo serves it up. Back set this time. Martinez gets it over. Falcons trying to set it up in the middle. Tipped over the block and a point scored. Ari Gallardo on the score. Castillo back to serve again. Just across. Martinez with the pass. High back set this time by Monica Molina. Ball back over on the Falcon side. Tipped over. Molina right there. Now they'll set it up center. Tipped over the blockers this time by Arguello. Back on the Economedes side. Back set this time. Tipped and blocked right back at you. Point Los Fresnos. They went to Andrea Rodriguez. Rodriguez had it blocked right back at her. Timeout called. Los Fresnos up by 5. They won game 1. Game 2 continues after this.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Back here after the timeout, and Los Fresnos serving up. Gets it over on the Economedes side from the right side. That's whistled across. That carries out of bounds. Point Lady Falcons. (13-7) the score. Economedes had to play their 2 games against Harlingen and then stay on the court to take on this Los Fresnos team. Jaguars serve it up. Over by Jasmine Laredo. Point scored, Los Fresnos, Lady Falcons. (13-8) your score. Next serve by the Falcons. Over on the Economedes side, Lady Jaguars from the middle. Miss hit on that one, 14-8. Los Fresnos on top. Lady Falcons serve it up again. Ari Gallardo. Jaguars. Nice hit that time and getting it over. That's an awkward hit by the front row there. That one goes out of bounds. That's Marixa Zamora on the front line making that play for Economedes. Point scored for Los Fresnos. Zamora still had a good play just getting a hand on that ball to keep it in play for a moment. Service time for Daniela Galan. That carries out of bounds. Point Edinburgh Economedes. Back to serve for the Lady Jaguars is Azucena Rodriguez. Knuckleballs it to the back row. Punch by Reyes. Ball over by Halford. Martinez there to dig that. The pass and the set up near the net, nothing doing. Lady Falcons score the point and go up 7. 16-9 your score. Serve over for the Lady Jaguars. Off the net, spiked across on the back row. That's in. Point scored, Economedes. Just inside the line in the corner. Lady Jaguars with the serve. Much closer game than game 1, in which the Falcons just raced out and then raced away and finished that game in a hurry. That's off the block, another point for Economedes, and it's a 5-point game. Back to serve again is Zamora. Just gets it over. Ball up near the net, punched over on the Economedes side. And in the middle of the defense, that lands home. Point, Edinburgh, Economedes, 4-point game. Jaguars to serve again. Arixa Zamora ready to serve it up. Falcons on the return, set it up in the middle. Jasmine Garcia with a thunderous kill, puts it away. Another monster hit by Garcia. Falcons up at 17-12. Escabel serves it up. Garcia with a pass, set it right back to her, puts it down and away. Garcia with a kill. No blocker in front, made an easy read for her. Escabel to serve again. Punched up in the air by the Lady Jaguars. Over on the Falcons side, Los Fresnos plays it up into the rafters. Two-handed over. Jaguars second hit over, finds a way home and scores a point. Economedes back to within 5. Lori Martinez to serve again. Meanwhile, rotating back to serve for the Jaguars. This is Monica Molina. Molina gets it over. Falcons set it up. There's Garcia, blocked back at you this time. That is in the net first. Point Economedes. So Lady Jaguars now to within 4 as Molina serves again. Falcons set it up. Garcia tips it over this time, scores the point. She's got such a tremendous reach. Second time this game we've seen her extend and then redirected that ball to a different angle. Halford serves it up. Jaguars set it in the center. Looking for the back row, that carries out. Arguello in the kill attempt. Falcons substitute into the game as Ari Gallardo checks in. Serve over on the Economedes side on a back set. Spiked across, down it goes. Point Economedes on a kill by Andrea Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the kill. I want to remind you fans in San Benito, the big event, Saturday, September 21st, the South Texas Music Festival. That's going to be in San Benito, Texas on Bowie Street from 4 to 11 p.m. Be sure you join us there in San Benito. Back to action as the Lady Falcons of Los Fresnos up by 6. Get it over. Economedes on the return. Punched over this time by Arguello. That'll be a point scored as it carries out of bounds, and the Falcons go up at 21-15. We'll check that point, 21-16. Economedes to serve again. Right down the middle. Falcons play it off the back row. Set up Garcia tips it again past the front row and scores a point. 22-16 Falcons on top as Jasmine Garcia goes back to serve. Deep serve played this time by the Jaguars. That's in the net. Point scored, Los Fresnos. 22-16. Back to serve is Garcia again for the Lady Falcons. Short serve this time. Pass forward by Arlissa Sierra. From the right side, kill attempt by Arguello is covered. Falcons get it over. Again, Economedes right back at you on the attack. Off the net this time. Martinez from the back row. Ball still alive on the rally. Center set. Tipped over. That's in. And a point for the Falcons on a hit by Gio Godoy. Godoy just got that one in. Garcia to serve again. Pass on the money again by Sierra. Back set, tipped over the blockers, covered by the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Second hit over. Martinez is there. High set on that left side off the double block. Point scored Economedes as Azucena Rodriguez on another kill. (24-17) as the Jaguars serve again. Lori Martinez at the service line. She'll get it just over. Ball up high, second hit over. Played up into the rafters, point scored. Los Fresnos gets a win. Lady Falcons sweep it in 2, and they go to 2-0 in pool play with a victory here in this one. Our player of the game, Jasmine Garcia, with some big hits up front to put this game away. And we'll give her the player of the game. That's going to do it for the broadcast. We got to get ready for additional games coming your way. Our thanks again in big part to the friends at Hacienda Ford for assisting us greatly in bringing this broadcast to you. Again, the sponsorship that you see running across through there on the commercials is the people that are saying, hey, we believe in what's going on here in Rio Sports, so we thank each and every one of those. For the school district at Sharyland, we thank them for providing us a spot to broadcast the game, and to both the schools for allowing us to bring the games to you, the fans, back home. Till next time, this one in the books. Falcons win it in 2, 25-4, 25-17. So long for just a while.